Hello, and thanks for joining me tonight. My name is Mike Tellerini. I'll be your host tonight for tonight's podcast. Tonight, I want to introduce the Plainfield Women's Moose Club. I've got two really awesome ladies with me, Linda Harris and Heidi Kelly. Good evening, ladies. How are you?
Good. How are you? Good.
Good, real good. Linda, I'm going to start out with you.
Uh-oh.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the mission of the Plainfield Women's Moose Club? What did this? How did this all come about? What?
Well, first of all, the Plainfield Moose Lodge actually started in 1998. And then the Women of the Moose are a chapter of the lodge, and we started in 2001. So the Women of the Moose are actually there to help fundraise for Moose Heart in Moose Haven, along with other community outreaches. And the majority of fundraising, we do events and things are open to the public. So we encourage the public to come out and see what we do.
Well, I know you do a lot of amazing things with your club. You really do. What inspired the founding of this club? Why? How did this? How was this all put together?
Well, you can say that the Loyal Order of Moose, which is kind of our main hub, it's been around for like 125 plus years.
Wow.
And yeah, many of the lodges that were around in the area, I know Lockport has one, Joliet has one, Sandwich has one, Wilmington has one. There's a lot of them. Plainfield had members that were at these other clubs, and they kind of got together with using the Loyal Order of the Moose to say, hey, why don't we make one?
Right.
So about, I think, 5 guys got together in one of the guys' garage to start, started talking about it, and then slowly moved, because it got colder, they moved to a basement. And from there, they grew a little bit larger and continued on going through like the American Legion and other places where they could have meetings until they were able to come up with something as our first lodge.
Right. That's amazing. Tell us a little bit on the on some of the local charity causes that you support.
Our biggest one last year for the women was what we called our back to school school supply drive. We put boxes up at the lodge during the month of July, and people could drop off different things for the children for back to school. And then always the last Saturday in July, we pull out a big bus and we fill the bus. So people from
Wow.
the community come. We had different organizations bring, the pencils, the paper towels, the books, and the crayons. And everything is supplied by Plainfield Emergency Management Team. So we support a lot with the Plainfield School District. And we also do Canine for Vets is one
Yes,
of
you do. You've been
and,
a you've been a huge supporter of K9, our program, our veterans. We can't thank you enough for all you've done for us.
and then we've
Thank you.
done for outside community things for breast cancer research. This year we're going to do ovarian cancer research, and then we have epilepsy foundation. So those are just a couple of the organizations and
Right.
charitable things that we've done. And we also do a coat drive for the community.
That's amazing. It really is what you do for the community. What are some of your biggest challenges that you face when you're supporting a cause and putting together an event?
Well, we're always looking to get more members. We need to get more people to the lodge, which is why we're hoping this will help. But like everybody else, COVID did put a damper on things for a few years. We're trying to get more young people in. We've got Nelson here with him and his family. We've got Michael with his family. So we're starting to bring in some of the younger people. We'd love for them to keep getting involved. We
You
need to
know,
come up with more ideas on things that could help benefit.
and I've always stressed that too. I belong to the American Legion of Plainfield, which is an amazing group of guys and stuff. But I've always stressed to them that we need to get in younger blood
Right.
into our organization
Yeah.
because we're all getting older. Let's face it. So we need that young blood to carry on what we're doing and how we can help benefit other veterans and stuff. So you're absolutely right with that. Um, how many members in your club are involved? Is it a large organization? You got a lot of members?
We've got over 600 and some that
Yeah.
belong to the lodge. We have 200 of those members that will also belong to the women's chapter.
That's
You know,
great. That's
but to
really
get
great.
all of them involved, it would be great if we could do that. But you know, we have, maybe a good 20 people that will help all the time. But we're slowly trying to bring in a few more people to assist. But we're always looking for people to help.
Well, you have an event coming up this weekend tomorrow.
We have
Let's
two.
talk about that because I love the name Junk in the Trunk.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that name, kudos to them, because it just sort of grabs you like, okay,
Right.
what's junk in the trunk? Tell us about that program because I think it's going to be a great event tomorrow.
Wait, we did it last year, was our first year, so this year it's expanded a little. We've got some more people with their junk in their trunks. So,
Treasures.
Treasures, we're calling them treasures. So you'll pull up your car, they'll have their car, and then in front of the back end of their car, they'll have a table and selling all their wares. Then we have crafters that have made special crafted, their crafts of bags, and I've had some gnomes and jewelry. We have vendors with jewelry, and then plus our Legion from the Moose will be selling food. The guys will be grilling out and cooking and everything else.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be a big event, and even though the rain might damper us, we will keep on going. We've
That's
got
it. That's all you could do.
enough umbrellas.
That's all you can do. I know we're looking forward.
Yeah.
We've got some veterans and their service dogs that are going to be attending tomorrow. We've been looking forward to it all week. So I just know it's going to be a huge success. So thank you for what you're doing for the community and for our veterans. It's just amazing. Um, what did- what does it take to be able to be a part of Women of Plainfield Moose? I mean, what are the
First,
requirements?
first you need to become a Plainfield Moose or a lodge member. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if you're a Joliet Lodge member or a Lockport, as long as you're a Moose Lodge member. Then, if you want to sign up to be part of the Women of the Moose chapter, that's a separate fee.
Yeah.
So right now, if you go online to become a lodge member, it's free, no registration fee, but you could sign up for 2 years and it's $60 for a year membership. So for 120, you become a lodge member. And
Okay.
then there, if you want to become part of the Women of the Moose in the chapter, it's only $15 a year. So, but you have to go through the application process first. And you get just come on and see us. You could be a qualifying guest to come in with one of our lodge members and introduce you. And it's the first time. You don't have to worry about it. And after your second visit as a qualified guest, you have to be. I'm looking at Nelson over here.
It's usually by the third visit you have to become a member.
Yeah, by the third visit, you have to be a member.
First visit, you're a friend. First visit, you're a guest. Second visit, you're a friend. Third visit, you're a member.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's awesome.
Yes.
What are some of the ways that if they didn't want to like actually join, which they'd be silly not to because it's really a great organization. What other ways can the public support your group?
By coming to our fundraisers.
Just come to any of our events that are open to the public.
Are you looking for volunteers at your events?
Always.
Always.
So you don't have to be a member to volunteer.
As long as
we always like that they do become a member, but initially if they want to just come out the first time and kind of see what it takes to volunteer, anybody's always welcome to come out and help. But we do look forward to people joining at that point then too.
And we've had some high school kids come and help volunteer to get their community service. So that are family members of, regular lodge members. So
Right.
they'll volunteer that way to get their community service in.
So other than the junk in the trunk, and I love that name, I got to tell you, that is just a catchy name. Are there any other upcoming events that you'd like to get some support with?
Well,
Yes.
first of all, at tomorrow night at 4 o'clock,
Nelson,
starting
why
at
don't you-
4.
We're going to have a special guest here.
Yeah, our special guest Nelson will explain our special evening tomorrow. Then.
Yep. So tomorrow night we have a bourbon tasting. We have 10 bourbons. It's $40 for non-Legion members. The Legion is the men's chapter of the Moose portion. So like they were saying, you join the Moose, and then if you want to join a chapter, men's or women's, that's a separate portion. But for our Legion members and Legion members across the nation, so if you're a Lockport Legion member, you can come in. It's $35. We've got food, 10 bourbons, Blanton's. We've got I want to say some Basil Hayden. I know we've got some Belfour, a couple of the other rare ones that I can't remember, but it's a really nice event. We've got pulled pork, and then the other event we've got coming up June 15th, which is coming up here. I'm cooking a pig, so I won't be around, but we have a bags tournament. $25 at the door, $200 cash prize for first place. Second place is $100. Third place is $50. There's nothing required to come and partake in the food. We'd like a donation if you're coming in from out of town, or if you're not a member. It's just we're putting it towards our building fund. But that's what we have going on coming up here in the next.
Pig races.
And pig races. The ladies changed their Kentucky Derby races. They're churching them up to look like pigs.
Yes.
So 50/50s, a Yeti cooler raffle. So that's the two big ones in June here.
Yes.
That's awesome. If somebody wanted to learn more about your organization, tell us where we could direct them to.
Facebook page.
Well, Facebook's a good one, but if they want to go to the official website, it's mooseintl.org. That's the official page. You can join any moose from there. It'll have a section where you can go to join up. And when you pick a lodge to join, you'll put in your application and dues, and then they have to go through their board process. They just make sure that you meet the qualifications. Not like we turn a lot of people away. It'd be pretty hard not to become a Moose member, but that's what would be a good way if you wanted to look at what the organization's all about.
That's great. It's good to get that out there because I'm sure it's really a great organization, and I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to be a part of it because you do so much for the community. I have to tell you, what you've done for K9 has been a blessing. It really has. You guys, you're always there to help us in what we're doing. So, I mean, you're very veteran oriented too.
Yeah, got a few of them.
Yes. Yeah, we have a few veterans.
Go ahead, Michael.
I guess I should introduce you, Nelson Anderson. You're the one that they were asking for autographs earlier today.
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to be worth much, but you can have.
Yes. He's our lodge president.
Yeah, so currently, I'm going to see how that goes. But yeah, our two main functions realistically are Moose Heart, which is Moose Heart, Illinois. We take care of all the orphans. Outside of Moose Heart, we have Moose Haven, which is in Florida. We take care of our own. We take care of the seniors. That's the big thing that the Moose does. Outside of that, the men's and women's chapter, we're charged with taking care of our community. And then the lodge, we have our functions and things, but we're really a community organized type of thing. And we're looking to make sure that people are, involved in actively doing things for Plainfield.
And you do a lot of what you're doing is for local organizations.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Which is amazing because it's staying within our community.
Right.
Yep.
This year's theme for the Mooses brace our communities. That's every year that Moose International changes and they have a different theme. So this year they want us more lodges to keep bracing the community. So we're planning more and more activities to get out there and to support and to help our community.
If you had the opportunity to tell our listeners, what is it that you find so appealing about being a part of the Women's Moose?
I think.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Sorry, Nelson.
Well, his lovely wife is a Woman of the Moose member. I think it's just the friendship, and I think it's just the fact is the activities that we do are fun. We try to make the activities just not come in and take your money. Let's play. Let's play bunco. Let's play the horse races. Let's play, different things. And just that we know we're doing something good. And
Well,
I recently went to a workshop and the kids from Moose Heart were there. They just could not thank us enough for the money that we give annually to Moose Heart to support them.
well, even what you did for Canine, when I told our directors what you've done, they were just taken back by it. It means so much to our organizations that, with your donation, we could help a veteran, and that's what I guess we're all about.
Right.
Giving back to our veterans. I don't think we're doing enough for our veterans. I think we can always try to do more. You know,
Yeah.
um, but what you're doing is awesome. I can't say enough about your group because I've talked to Linda how many times now?
I don't know.
And every time, Linda, you're such a warm and outgoing person. It's a pleasure to work with you. It really is.
And
You
it's a
know, I
pleasure to work with you. And
I
someday
can
we're
see
going to meet Sam.
I can see why people would gravitate towards your group because everybody I've met and talked to so far from your group has just really been exceptional. They really have. So God bless you for what you're doing for the community and for other organizations out there that it means so much to all of us, the ones that you help. And it's not easy doing what you do. Putting on an event like Junk in the Trunk, and love that name, it takes a lot to do that. It does. A
It
lot
does.
of dedication, a lot of planning. So, kudos to you for all you're doing to help other organizations. Is there anything in closing you'd like to talk about or like to add, let the public know about?
Just the fact is, come out and support this bags tournament because this is our first time trying this. Um, if you need a partner, we'll hook you up with a partner. Um, and then come July, we'll start putting out posts about the school supplies. And then we'll start come around November. We do a turkey drop we call, and so there's for the food shelters
Food
and
pantries and such.
just come on in and meet, ask one of us. There's always somebody here if you just want to know in person. We're here. Come by tomorrow, rain or shine.
You know what? We're all looking forward to it. It's been on my calendar for a while.
Yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit about, what does it take to do these events, though? I mean, it's got to take a lot of planning.
It does. I mean, it does, but it also helps when you've got other people that can work with you to help
Mhm.
get the word out or to make phone calls, receive phone calls, send emails, all that kind of stuff. So when you've got a team that kind of works together, it helps.
Okay, one more time. Let's talk about Junk in the Trunk. Love that name. And give us the details, what time it starts, where it's going to be, what we could expect tomorrow when we get there.
Okay, it's in our parking lot at, I don't know the exact address, but right here across from the new Costco. That's the easy way in Plainfield. We do have signs out. They'll say Moose Market, but that's the same thing. Um, you could expect crafters, food. The Girl Scouts are going to sell their cookies because they're still fresh till September, and people will be selling their treasures or their junk. Because
one
remember,
man's junk is another man's treasure.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And then come back or stay later. Everything is open to the public tomorrow. Come for some bourbon tasting because if it's cold and rainy, a nice bourbon will keep you nice and toasty. And if you
I'm
need a
sure
lot
that'll
of
be a, I'm sure
I'm,
that'll
I'm,
be a big hit with everyone.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm designated driving tomorrow, so for the males in my life.
Ladies, I can't thank you enough for being my guest tonight. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to help you get the word out because you are such a great organization and you're doing so many good things for our community and other organizations like you've helped Canine. So thank you for all you're doing. It takes a lot to do it, We're very appreciative. I know the public is appreciative for what you're doing. So just thank you for what you're doing.
And we want to thank you
Yeah,
what
for what
you're
you're
doing.
doing.
what you're doing as veterans and getting these veterans with their matches.
You,
The
you
shelter.
know, I know what it's like because I have a small army behind me. My vice president, our directors, I mean, they're all amazing people. They give it their all. They put our veterans first and foremost above whatever. So, so I know what it takes to do that, to make this work. So, God bless you again for what you're doing and for helping Canine like you have. Anything we could ever do for you, just, we're a phone call away.
And same
Awesome.
here.
Awesome.
God-
Thanks, Michael.
And God bless you.
God bless you and all you're doing for the community.
Oh,
So other than the bourbon event, we are a family center. So we do look forward to having families here and children.
Yes.
We even have a Tommy Moose that shows up periodically to spread the joy to the kids.
right.
Aw, how cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's so nice that you're so involved with the community,
Yes.
and what you're doing is all mainly for local charities that you're helping.
Well, we have participated in some of the parades that they have here in Plainfield, St. Patrick's Day and the homecoming parade. We've been in it several different times. But also I wanted to mention that in September, we do have a car show. We've been putting it on for 16 years, I think we've been doing this
Wow.
car show. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So actually this year will be our 17th.
Where's what's the date of that?
It'll be on September 8th.
September 8th. And where's it going to be? At your
Here
location?
Here at the lodge in our parking lot. Yep.
Good. Well, you need to get that out so I could share that to get some people
Okay.
involved.
Okay,
Yes.
we will get the information to you.
Yes.
And again, ladies, thank you so much for all you're doing
Thank you very much.
for all of us. Thank you.
All
God
righty.
bless.
All right, Michael.
You have a
Thank
great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.